Hi, everybody. This is the beginning meditation for the death slash transition card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. We're working with this card. We're working with the death energy, the energy of releasing things that are no longer serving us. Allowing things to die, which is not an easy process for many of us, if not all of us, at different times. It's a great seasonal thing to do. We all have cycles of death and rebirth that occur every single day. But this is a way to consciously work with those cycles, intentionally releasing things that you are ready to release, or even releasing a relationship to something that feels unhealthy to you and you'd like to have a new relationship to it. So what you're going to want to do is gather together some items that represent what it is that you're wanting to let die or let go of. All of this entire ritual can be done mentally through meditation, or if you want to make it more alive, you can actually find objects, physical objects that represent what it is that you're going to work with. So for me, I have a set of objects over here. I'm going to show you a few of them and tell you what they signify so that you can get an idea of how to do this. I have a nail. And this nail is going to represent my desire to want to fix myself and to see something as a problem, to see something that's loose or separate and wanting to use a nail to fix it. It's an old pattern of mine. It's codependent stuff, and every now and then I just need to release a little bit more of it. It takes time. Another stone, I have this stone. This is called a Shiva stone, and it's a stone that has a lot of masculine energy. And to me, my masculine energy is about doing and having like goals. And at times I've gone into an unhealthy pattern of forcing myself towards things that weren't good for me, and too fast and being impatient with myself. So this stone is going to represent those unhealthy ways of being in my masculine energy. So those are just a couple of the things that I'm going to put on my metaphorical altar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a place in my room and I'm going to lay out a cloth, and this is going to be the place where I place the things that are going to die. And I'm going to very intentionally, after I dive into the underworld, I'm going to place each item onto the altar, and I will say, I place this ring, or this, what is this called? A nail. I place this nail on the altar. I release this. I will allow all the patterns of wanting to fix myself, wanting to fix others, and all ways of seeing myself as broken, separate, needing to be nailed together, needing to be unified. I place all of this on the altar and allow it to die. And then I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to write in my journal anything that comes up for me as I do this. I probably will even write in my journal, I release all desire and need to fix and ... so that I have it also imprinted into my journal. I can look back on it and remember, oh yeah, I gave that up and that was amazing. So I'll do the ritual of placing it on the altar, and then I will journal what came up for me as I was placing it there. In times past when I've done this, I have spent some time to cry and release, because, in the case of the nail, for me, I have used fixing as a way to serve people. I have used it as a bypass strategy for when I'm hurting and I'm in pain. Go into my mind and try to problem solve ways to resolve something that in all reality, in the highest level of truth, is not even a problem. So I may have to, when I do this ritual later tonight for real, I will probably have to grieve this. Maybe. I guess we're going to find out. So grieve a little bit, journal, and then move on to the next object if you have more. You don't have to do more than one. One is a lot of energy to work with. So once I have released the objects and placed them on the altar, then what's next is lying down and just, I like to lie with my head on the pillow and my ear to the ground so that I can hear what death and the underworld have to teach me. And I will write and journal what I hear. So use that inner voice. See what comes to you. Even if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. Jot down whatever it is that you hear. If you don't hear anything, that's okay too. Just rest for a few moments. And then you will be officially down in the underworld for the next bit of time until Tuesday, when I release the coming out of the underworld process, so you know what to do. If any of you have any trouble at all and are really feeling stuck in the energy and want to come up out of the underworld sooner than Tuesday, reach out to me. You can PM me or email me or reach out to Noah, and I will walk you through the process early. It's not a problem at all. So let me walk you through how to do this, the meditation to help you get into the underworld. If you have all of your things near you, that will be helpful because you can initiate your own ritual when this video is complete. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. It's taking a nice deep breath, sinking inside, letting all the tension completely dissolve from your body, allowing your body to rest even deeper into the surface you're on. Breathing in a soft light and letting that light wash through your whole body and energy system, dissolving any tension that it comes to. Just sinking down. You're going to, in your mind's eye, when you're ready, visualize yourself walking on a path through a forest. It's night in the forest, and you can hear the owls and the insects making their noise. The stars are bright overhead. There's a big full moon. Smelling the night air. It's warm, not cold, but you have a light wrap around your shoulders or a sweatshirt. Just visualizing yourself walking down the path until you come to a clearing. And in the clearing, there is an entrance. There's a mound of dirt, and there's an entrance. Looks like a cave, kind of like a hobbit house. And at the mouth of the cave, there's a torch that you can pick up to light the way. You're going to enter the cave now, just walking down. The floor of the cave slopes gently downward. Walking along. The energy in the cave feels very welcoming and peaceful. And you feel safe to continue forward. Just moving along now until you come to a big room deep inside. And in the room, there is a chair. And sitting in the chair is Death herself, the Dark Mother. Notice how you feel when you look at her. Observing what you see. How does she show you? How does she show you what death is? And she gestures to the floor beneath her chair, and there is a comfortable place to lie. Pillows and furs and velvety blankets are on the ground. So soft. And you're feeling a little tired now and can rest. At the foot of her chair is a little space for you to place your objects, one by one, telling death what it is you wish to give to her for safekeeping. Explaining why you wish for this thing or identity or relationship to be released from your life or be allowed to decompose. One by one, simply explaining and asking questions if you like. Writing in your journal. Thanking death for being with you and for teaching you about the darkness, about death, and about eventually rebirth. And when you feel complete with presenting these items to the Dark Mother, you can lay in the blankets at her feet, breathing, resting, and absorbing any wisdom she has to offer. Okay, so you'll be in this energy for the next few days. Again, reach out if you have any questions, and I will see you again to come out of the cave.